Milo admired his father, who was also in a band. At a young age, Milo watched his father playing on stage, and he dreamed that one day it would be him on stage.
That's probably about, well, I was 5 when I got my first guitar, but I didn't really take it seriously, and my dad didn't start teaching me the basic chords until I was about 7. I was actually interested in music much younger. My parents would always play certain CDs in the car, like my dad would always play this one album called Cheap Thrills by this band called the Big Brother and the Holding Company, which is this band from San Francisco, and it kind of really developed my taste in music. And yeah. And also Wilson Pickett too. My dad would always play that in the car as well. Well, I was in a band called Left Field with my friend Max, and he played drums and I played guitar. And we were with these kind of random dudes. And I invited my friend Ross into the band, and yeah, he played guitar, and we were becoming really, really good friends. And so yeah, he joined Left Field late, and then we kind of broke up. Like 3 of the members left Left Field.
Yeah.
And so it was just me, Max, and Ross. And our manager decides to put in this really great guitar player, and his name was Will, but he was kind of a jerk. He didn't really stick around too long, and while he was in the band, we changed our name to the 335s, and the name has stuck since. Ross, Will, and I would trade off on bass, but none of us liked playing bass. We didn't want to play bass because all of our main instruments were guitar. So in January, we got a bassist named Dario Vizio, who was really kind of the pivotal change in the band, and he's been a member since. And in March, Will left the band because he wanted to do his own thing, and since then it's just been us 4 basically. And yeah, it mostly has to do with what we write, but sometimes like it depends on the range of our, what our vocals, like what our voices can do vocally. And like I can sing a little higher than he can, so our voices are pretty similar. It can be kind of tough to decide. Like Catherine used to be totally sung by Dario, but then I asked him if I could sing it because I wrote most of the song, and he was like, sure. And so it's basically has to do with who wrote the song. So Panorama, that's all Dario. Like Catherine was mostly a me song, but Dario kind of helped with the chord progression a little bit. With Panorama, that's mostly a Dario song. Usually we just we present an idea to each other, and then we kind of clash in between, give each other ideas about the vocals or the melody or the chord progression, and yeah, just that's basically it. Well, I actually wrote it about a year ago, and that song was a major kind of evolution process. It started with a basic kind of jazz riff that I wrote, inspired by the jazz music I'd been playing in high school with my jazz ensemble, and Dario kind of helped out with the chord progression, but I wrote the bulk of it, and then I came up with these kind of lyrics that were kind of filler, and then Dario and our producer Max really helped to make the lyrics, like finalize the lyrics, and kind of just we actually plan to make music in a few weeks. There's a song that Dario wrote, it's called Panorama, and it's kind of it's inspired by the Strokes and this other band called Real Estate, and there are 2 of our biggest inspirations. And yeah, we hope to go into the studio probably maybe right after Christmas. Well, I just love playing music. I love hearing music, and playing guitar is one of my passions, and just entertaining people. Not just with music though, like just making people happy with music and just having a good time on stage. Check us out, 335s, iTunes and Spotify.